If you love Zack Snyder, you're gonna love Rebel Moon. But if you don't like Zack Snyder, well, you might actually struggle with this film. But sit tight, relax, and enjoy my video. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video, and today we are reviewing Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. And essentially, this is exclusive to just Netflix. You can't watch it anywhere else. I believe there was some cinema previews a few days back, but that's pretty much private. But if you do want to get access to this film, you do have to get a subscription to Netflix. And I just finished watching it, and to be honest, I liked it, but it's not going to be for everyone. And that's because it is a Zack Snyder film. If you was thinking that this is going to change your mind about Zack Snyder, then I don't think this film is going to be for you. But if you do like Zack Snyder, like I said previously, you're going to really like this. It's nothing brand new, I would say. It's pretty much like what you'd expect from a Zack Snyder film. Visual effects, beautiful cinematics, great action scenes, slow motion, and a very, very deep lore. And I think that might be the issue why this film might not be getting the best reviews. But let's just start with the cast, because this cast is actually pretty large, and if I'm being honest with you, I can't actually remember everyone's names. So I'm gonna have a look on my laptop right now, and I'll tell you that we have Sophia Boutella, we have Charlie Hunnam, Charlotte Maggie, Ed Skrein, Anthony Hopkins, Ray Fisher, Jenna Malone, Michael Heisman. We have Dijon Hansu, and we got a bunch of other people as well. But those are the main actors that you'd find in Rebel Moon. And if I'm being honest with you, they are actually really, really good. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sophia Boutella is the one that really stood out to me. The film is actually based roughly around her. She's the main attraction of the film. And any other characters itself, they are pretty much just like background characters. But they all work really, really well, actually. I didn't really have an issue with the characters itself. I feel like character development in this film was a little rushed, but overall, it was alright. I mean, it was a 2 hours and 15-minute video film. I can understand why Zack Snyder wants to make two parts, if not three, I think. I'm not too sure if there was 3 parts or 2 parts, but I'm pretty much sure it was just 2. Yeah, there's a lot of character development which was missing from this film, I think. Like, when I was watching it, it was fine and dandy, but then I was kind of like wanting to see more of some of the characters, especially the warriors that actually appear in this film, which are played by the other actors. I would like to see more about them, and kind of be a bit more connected with them, you know. Same with Sophia Boutella. Like, we get a few flashbacks with her, but I don't think it really connected you to the character. I think the only thing that really connected you to her was that she was badass. Like, she was actually really, really cool. I really liked her character. But everyone else, yeah, it was kind of, you know, again, I've just thrown away in a 10-minute sequence, you know. Zack Snyder, let's talk about him, because I think the issue with this film, and with a lot of his films, is that he likes to create a very sophisticated storyline or a sophisticated world in just a single film. And I don't think they worked that well. I think the only one that really, really worked well was 300 and Man of Steel. The rest of them, they all just felt so cramped together, and like he was trying to do so much with just one film. And I feel like this might be a good thing with Rebel Moon, because he said that he wants to make this a complete universe now, which is only going to be on Netflix. So it's going to be an interesting journey. But I think he's gone in the right direction with Rebel Moon, by having a whole universe rather than just having 1 or 2 films. I feel like this might actually be a good thing. Like, honestly, like the first, like Rebel Moon, I thought it was actually a really good film with some flaws, but it was a Zack Snyder film. I keep saying this because if you're a fan of him, you won't be surprised, and he hasn't really done anything new with this. I do feel like this film is actually really, really beautiful though. Like the cinematography that's actually in the film, the way it's edited, the slow motion action scenes, like I mentioned before, they were actually really, really good. Very engaging, very intensive, and it did bring quite a bit of momentum to the film itself, especially when the action scenes start to begin. It usually starts with like a slow motion intro, and it kind of like speeds up a little bit. One thing that did actually bother me about this film was the soundtrack. I'm actually a big fan of movie soundtracks and video game soundtracks and stuff, so it's something that I really do listen out for and pick out. And I feel like this was a missed opportunity to have some really epic tracks on here, and like we didn't really get that with Rebel Moon. The music was okay, it just wasn't anything that was that stood out that much, you know? Especially when you compare to some of his previous films as well. Again, I mentioned again, like 300, Man of Steel, even the newest Justice League film as well, the Zack Snyder cut. Like, it had some really, really good songs in there. But this one, I don't know. I feel like it was a little bit lackluster, you know? Like, there wasn't anything that was quite impactful, you know? Now, in terms of the critics, I don't think they should have expected much from this film, really. I mean, he has such a whole catalog of films that are pretty much nearly the same. I suppose in a way that they were hoping for something new, but if it's more or less the same of what Zack Snyder is already bringing, is that actually a bad thing? Every director has their own style, and you're not meant to really be like forcing them into different directions. Like, if this is his particular way of filming and that's his particular way of seeing things, I feel like we should all just kind of appreciate what he brings to the table, really. I mean, you either love or hate it, and that's just like with any other director. You either love or hate their films. The only time that I'll probably watch this again is when part 2 comes out, so I can refresh my brain about the storyline. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a like, and we'll see what is coming next. I think my next review might be The Boy and the Heron. Let's see, because I'm going to be watching that on Boxing Day, but I'm not too sure if I'll do a review on that just because it's the holiday period. But let's see. You'll probably be notified with it as well if you've pressed that bell button. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take it easy and peace.